Florida. Oh, okay, good, good. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you so much. We have a wonderful friend in Florida. He's in Steffi Beckett's team, and he's going to open up our meeting in prayer, because if anyone on this call needs divine intervention and divine help, it's me. So Ross is going to ask God to please guide and direct and help us. So would you go ahead and do that, please, Ross?
Sure, Bob. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we just come to you right now, Father. We fall at your feet. We honor you. We worship you. We claim your holiness. Father, I know that you've got a plan and a purpose for each and every one of us. And I know the plan is for us to prosper in this business, Lord. And I just ask, Lord, that you be with each and every one of us that need your help. Lord, we all need you. We all want you, and we all bow before you. Lord, I ask that you bless Bob as our leader. Lord, keep him strong and healthy. I ask, Lord, that you address the issues he's facing. And Lord, I just ask, Father, that you bless each and every person that's on this call. Pour out your spirit on them, Lord. Fill them full of your grace, that the good news they carry be heard. Lord, we praise you for loving us. We thank you for being in our midst. And we pray in the name of Christ. Amen.
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 Thank you very much, Ross. We appreciate that. Thank you.
I've got to run, Bob. I got ministry I got to do.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ross. Great to see you.
Take care. Be blessed.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay. So from here, I think, Daniel, could you do some wins for us?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're just going to take a couple minutes to do some wins. If you have a win from your personal life or from business from the last month, just take 30 seconds to share what that is. I'll kick it off with a quick one just to get things rolling. Just my win that I've been reflecting on over actually the last 3 months. I've been really tied up with other things, but thanks to NeoLife, my income hasn't changed, even though I haven't really been working. Bookkeeping is in shambles, and et cetera, but residual income is still there. And so I'm extremely thankful for that. So if anyone else wants to share a win, feel free to just unmute yourself and jump in there, because I can't see all the pictures at the same time. So just kind of, I don't know, raise your own hand and start talking.
Hi, this is Jean from New York, and I just want to say I have a win. I have a new director in my team, Allison White, and I'm just so happy because she's a great leader and a person who loves what she's doing to share the health and wellness of NeoLife. So to Allison, congratulations.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I have one also. This month we made director again, which was, I didn't know how I was going to do it, but we actually pulled it off. And also I was doing some social media work, and I made contact with a gentleman from Africa, and he's in the process of signing up. It was quite an interesting process, but I think I'll be keep on doing it again, because it's kind of exciting to learn new things and keep on growing. So the business is expanding, it looks like, to Africa. So that was my big win.
That's awesome. Congratulations. And once you do it once, I mean, you can do it again and keep refining it, and you'll just get better and better. So good job.
Pretty soon, Brent will be doing it. Brent and Ramona will be doing it every day.
Well, that's the goal.
And you got one out in Oregon, didn't you, Brent?
Yes,
also?
He may be on today. Yeah.
Okay. Who else has a win? Well,
I have a win.
Okay, tell us, David.
Well, for around 2 years now, I found this brand new family. Most of it is online, but I got my friends and I got all of you guys now. So this is a major win for me. Thank you very much.
David, is that the NeoLife community you're talking about, the friendships that we have through here?
Yes, the NeoLife family.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It is very, very good. Very, very good.
And Barbara's my fearless leader.
Yes, she's a good one.
She's awesome.
Extraordinary.
And her little brother is awesome too, and his wife.
Yes.
All the other people who speak on there,
they most
but share the information. It's awesome.
I have a win.
All right, go for it. Okay. Did I hear someone say they had a win? Just feel free to jump in.
Oh, hi, it's Rob and Sandy. We signed up, actually, a dear friend of mine that I hadn't even been in contact with for a long time. And we just accidentally hooked up through Messenger, I think it was. Anyway, so she signed up. She'd be on this call today, except a mutual friend of ours passed away and she's at that memorial. So, but anyway, yeah. So, and we're gonna go and see her and another friend in California in just a few weeks. And yeah, so hoping for more.
Awesome.
Expecting more.
Yeah, thank you for sharing.
So
Okay.
Thank you.
I have a win.
Okay, go
So
ahead.
We got 2 new grandbabies. This one's Jasmine. She's 1 month old and she belongs to Krista, and they are here from Wisconsin. Of course, Wayne's funeral is in a couple days, so all 7 of our kids are here, and quite a few of our grandkids too. The rest of Krista's family didn't get to come, but everyone else, well, part of Lisa's, everyone else is here. Oh, maybe Teresa should show Lisa's little guy. He's not new, but he's almost 1. Teresa's baby's still asleep. We'll put her okay. We'll put her on later. So this is Lisa's little guy, Felipe. Say hi. Can you say hi? Of course, all these babies are NeoLife babies, so they're like way healthier than they could be. And we'll show Sophia later when she wakes up.
All right, so we had 3 wins. Thank you, Leslie, and particularly Leslie, thank you for being here today. Appreciate it. I always love having Leslie around, because she's makes you feel like you're worth something, because Leslie is quite a delightful lady. Isn't that right, Daniel? I know that you have no skin in that game. I realize that, right? But
Yeah, it's always great to have her around.
so I just was thinking here, and we were going, do we have wins? Do we have wins? Do we have wins? And we started talking. Okay, I got 3 of them. All right. Number 1, we went to the home show down in Medford, and we had a bunch of people, including Rob and Sandy, who are on this call with us down there, and we talked to a lot of people. And I actually signed up somebody right like across the table, just talking to them, and they said, where do I get it? And I said, okay, and we sat down and we signed them up, which is pretty cool. And so that's 1 win. The second win is that the doctors have wanted to put me on blood pressure medication, and they wanted to put me on blood pressure medication now for a while. And so I, with the proper use of diet and doing the right stuff and all that kind of stuff, my blood pressure is now correct, and they are not talking about putting me on blood pressure medication anymore. Of course, they say, well, not yet. Well, that's good enough for me, not yet. And then what was the 3rd one?
I have no idea.
You have no idea what the 3rd one was. There's a 3rd one. We'll have to come back to it. Oh, I know what it is. Yes, I know what it is, because I just looked at Rob and Sandy again.
30 seconds.
Rob and Sandy and 3 other people from our team are going to convention.
Yahoo! Okay, you can.
And I have a win. Can I share a win, Daniel?
Yeah, go ahead, Bob.
Okay, speaking of going to convention, Joanne Washington is on here, and this is her first BOC ever. And we're so happy to have her, and she is registered for convention.
All right.
And Joanne got to meet quite a few of the team, probably about, I don't know, maybe 8 to 12 of us Wednesday night, right, Joanne? Yeah. So we're excited that Joanne will be with us. That's really a wonderful thing. And Joanne is in Steffi's team. So we're looking
All right.
forward to convention.
That's awesome. Well, I think we'll wrap up the wins there. Thank you everyone for sharing, and I'll turn it back over to you, Bob.
Okay. I'm going to start with an announcement. Just that convention is July 22nd through 24th. It's many of the leaders in the company say it's the most important event of the year. And Leslie will be telling us more about that towards the end. But you can register at neolifeconvention.com. And then one other announcement, and then I'm going to, Daniel, can you take me to PowerPoint after this next announcement? I mean, to share screen or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, so this next announcement is just that from 11 to 12 today, we're going to do a product training. And if you don't have the Zoom ID, it's 963-644-1807. And the password is ATP, all lowercase. So that's 11 to 12 today. And you guys can just remember the first Saturday of every month from 11 to 12 is product training. And I'm doing almost all of it, but that's going to change because we'll get more and more of the team involved in doing the product training as time goes on. So anyway, 963-644-1807. And Daniel, can you take me to share screen, or do I just press on it myself?
Yeah, just go ahead and do it yourself and it'll allow you to.
Okay. All right. So just wanted to show you the beautiful facility or area that the convention is at. If I can, yeah, there we go. So this is Palm Springs. This is where we're going, and that'll be July. So it's always in a beautiful place. There we go. And then this is an announcement for Monday, Josh's leadership call. If you're not on Josh's Facebook page, talk to whoever invited you on there, and they can invite you into Josh's Facebook page, because every Monday at 9 a.m. West Coast time, there's an interview with some person in NeoLife who has something notable, remarkable, and that we can all learn from. And this Monday, it's Fred Mazzell. And Fred has built a very, 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 very successful business. And look at that, 30 years, that's a stable business. So Fred will be interviewed Monday morning at 9 West Coast time, noon New York time. And I've been around Fred a few times. He's a very dynamic guy, built a huge business. So you want to mark that for your calendar Monday. Now, from there, we are going into a memorial for one of our favorite people. This is one of the finest men I've ever met in my entire life. And Wayne is now with the Lord. His memorial is Monday, but this is Wayne and Leslie just a few years ago receiving a very high honor. They were #1 North America World Team, which is an incredible honor. And there they are receiving that award. Here's Wayne with his beautiful family, Wayne and Leslie, 7 phenomenal kids. All the kids are so polite and responsible and respectful. They're just a delight to be around. Wayne and Leslie with Gina. Gina has achieved Sapphire various times, and her and her husband won a free trip to Maui for a World Team event. This is at the Anaheim Convention a few years ago. This is one of my favorite ever. That's at a World Team meeting, and getting to sit with our beloved Wayne and Leslie, and Steffi was over on the right. This was in Cabo a few years ago. And this is on the big island, Hawaii. There's Wayne and Les right towards the middle. Here's our beloved Barbara, such a dynamic leader. Hansons have been in top 10 World Team North America twice, which is a huge, huge honor. That they're sitting at Jerry Brassfield's table, Jerry and Susan, the owners of the company. And there's in Cabo, Barbara and I got to sit with them the opening night. Look at that beautiful family, absolutely beautiful. And they're all here in Oregon for the memorial now, most all of them. So we just really honor that tremendous family. That was in Cancun, having breakfast, and there's our final picture. As I say, Wayne is one of the finest men I've ever met, and the way I've always described Wayne and Leslie, every now and then I get to do presentations for a NeoLife group, and I describe them. I said they're just like the raw materials that NeoLife uses to make products, and that is the highest quality available. Highest quality available. So we honor a fine man and the beautiful family he built and left. He and Leslie together built. Great team. Honored to know Wayne and Leslie, and I've been so privileged to work with them for 43 years. Okay, switching gears. We're going to go now to start with, is Philippa ready? Philippa is in Guyana. She is in the New York team, under the New York team, and she's getting some wonderful results. And do I need to stop screen share, Daniel? Do I need to do that so she can get on?
Yes, yep, you do.
Okay. Well, I'm getting really high tech. Marina's
Good job, Bob.
Marina's teaching me. So Philippa, can you take 5 to 7 minutes and share what's going on with your health and some of your family and so on?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good to see you.
Yes. My name is Philippa Valley. I'm 55 years old. I worked in our sugar company for about 25 years. And then I opted for early retirement in 2018. Several years ago, a roti pan fell on my torso, which is sometimes referred to as your instep. And soon after that, I had a cyst growing in that area, which would be the size of a blueberry. I had surgery twice to remove it, but then it started to grow again in 2019. I visited my specialist, bone specialist, and he told me I had inflammation in the area and several small cysts were growing again. Also in December 1919, I experienced palpitations and pains in my joint. And I just felt that it was a strong signal that something is going wrong. And I visited my general practitioner, and she diagnosed that I was borderline cholesterol. My cholesterol levels were borderline. I was advised to change my diet. She didn't recommend any medication for me. So I changed my diet. I came off of all the fried foods and all the fast foods, the sugary stuff and so on. And I felt better. But then this pain in my joints and this ankle was really troubling me. And speaking to Cecile Joseph, who is my friend, she recommended that I try the NeoLife products. At that time, she sent me some vegan D, and within 2 weeks of using the vegan D, I just felt my energy levels had such a boost that it was noticeable. And I was impressed by that rapid change. So I spoke with her and I told her that I need to have something to help me with my cholesterol level to keep it balanced. And she arranged a meeting with Miss Barbara Chichester. And we did that via WhatsApp the first time. And Miss Barbara listened to my complaints very keenly. She gave me further advice, and then she asked me to use the breakfast pack and the salmon oil. So using the salmon oil, I was amazed. Within, let's say, 3 weeks, I started to notice that the cyst on my instep, it kept reducing, and also the inflammation was just disappearing. So at this moment, I am happy to report that I feel amazing. I said to Barbara that I feel like I got my groove back. And when I looked at the cyst last night, it's no longer the size of a blueberry, but it has reduced to a flat surface. And if I continue to use the products, I have the faith that I will receive a complete healing in this area. I believe that there will be no more inflammation and cysts in that area. So the salmon oil, I believe, was key with fast tracking this healing process. Now I can dance. I used to take part in my ballroom dancing, but I had to stop because of the pain. Now I look forward to doing that. I'm dancing in the house right now. But it's such an amazing progress that I am so elated that I am sharing with my family. Everyone who come to my home or when I meet them outside, I am sharing. My family in Trinidad, I've already did a session with Miss Barbara, with my sister who lived there. So I'm trying to get my family in Trinidad on the product as well. And so far, about 12 people reached out to me based on my explanation and showing them my foot and so on. They say, oh, I believe you. I don't need to hear anymore. So I made an order through Miss Cecile Joseph, and she has already placed the order. So we're waiting to receive our product. That's my story. I just had a family member who came in my door and she said she's not feeling well and so on. And I offered her a glass of the shake. So, and I shared a few of the packs of the Pro Vitality with her. So she's going to give me feedback. I intend to get her on the product as well. So that's my story. I'm very happy.
Thank you, Philippa. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to Allison who shared with Cecile, because if she didn't share, I would not have been at this stage. So thank you, Allison. Thank you, Cecile, for sharing. And I would like to say thank you to Barbara, who takes the time and she has the patience. And I say, can you meet with my sister? Can you meet with my daughter? She's like, sure. And she gives me a time and she does an amazing job. So thank you, Barbara. And I love the NeoLife family. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Philippa. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Philippa is way down in Guyana, South America, and you can see she's a true neo-lifer when the family comes over and she offers shake and Pro Vitality. She's a real neo-lifer. and Philippa, I don't know if did I miss it? Did you told us you can wear high heels again? You couldn't wear them for a while.
Yes, I can. I love my heels, but at that time I couldn't because I found myself going up the stairs sideways. And now I can run up and down the stairs just like someone said in our Zoom meeting. I'm experiencing that same thing. I can run up the stairs and run down the stairs. So yes, it's amazing.
It's so thrilling. Through Barbara's team, you know, it went Barbara to Jean to Claudette to Allison to Cecile to Philippa, and So it's exciting to see a life changed. And now Philippa is changing lives all around her.
Yes.
This is fantastic. About 12 people, or 11 or 12 have placed.
About 12, yes, 12.
That's fantastic, fantastic. Okay, thank you so much, Philippa. And
You're welcome.
now we're going to go to, is Cecile Joseph ready? Cecile impresses me like crazy because every single month her volume has gone up. So April was her biggest month ever, and it was 780. And in May, Cecile Joseph, who is Philippa's, the one who started Philippa, her volume more than doubled. 780 was the biggest ever. It had gone up every single month. And then from 780 in April, in May, she went to 1,743. That's a big jump. So Cecile Joseph, are you there that you can share a little bit now? She told me she would be on this morning. I don't know if she's on. If she's not, we should go to
She was on.
okay.
Yes, I'm on. I'm on.
Okay, wonderful.
I'm on.
Good to see you, Cecile. Thank
Yeah.
you for coming on. Congratulations that you're reaching quite a few people, a lot
Yeah.
of people. We really congratulate you, and please share your story with us.
Welcome and thanks, Bob. My journey started in the month of January 2021, and it all began with Allison, her persistent attitude. Keep the good work going, Allison, and I would like to take this point to success to congratulate you on successfully attaining the position of a director. I just think that you did not give up on me and many others, and it's the sure fact of why you have attained this level. So Allison started our conversation with me in December. She shared about her health challenges and the journey she is taking to ensure that she remain healthy. It is during one of these conversations that she told me about she asked me about my recent lab work. I told her about it and she asked if I had done the hydroxy 25. I don't know what was hydroxy 25. So she went on to explain to me that there is where I will have the knowledge of my vitamin D level in my body. And so she even said to me, go ask your PCP to do that specifically. I did that. I made an appointment. I got my results and it has stated that it's 19.7. But before I got the results, before I even went to do the lab work for the hydroxy 25, I had attended the first time I attended the platform where Barbara conducted the New York group. I listened to Dr. Applegate's presentation on the vitamin D. And as soon as our platform had completed, I immediately called Allison and I said to her, I want to get the vitamin D and all other products. I must say that I had both she and Barbara busy because I wanted it like yesterday. In December too, I had an appointment with an optometrist. That was the last day in December 31st. And again, while sitting on his chair and he was doing his examination, Allison's word came to me, during one of those conversations where she said, we should ask our doctors questions. Don't just sit there and accept whatever they tell us. So I took the opportunity to do that. And this was the first time I've ever experienced my ophthalmologist asking me to return for a second visit. The examination took approximately 45 minutes, which it don't be so long for me. He moved me from one chair to the next and then announced that I was a candidate for glaucoma. That was on December 31st. He asked me to return on April 16, 2021, which I did. And apparently, whatever it was confused him because he redid the test. He even added some more testing to me and then moved me over to another chair, did some further tests, and even took the prescription and test that prescription again. Mind you, I was using the product from at the beginning of February. And so I recognized what was going on. And then he said to me, you know what? I want you to return in the month of October for another visit. He's not satisfied with the change that he has seen. I know it's a change and it's a positive change for me. Added to that, another plus for me is that after taking the products, I recognize that my energy level had increased. The levels have increased, certain levels. I even found that my nails, I looked at my nails and I'm seeing that they're no longer dark or whatever, it looked like an aged person. My nails are different. I'm seeing more pink in it. I don't know why. I'm not in the medical profession, but I know it all results from the products I've been taking. I took Vegan D, the breakfast pack, and salmon oil. Those three. Oh, and NeoLife gave me a free bottle of 3NN. Secondly, another plus to me, I have a top that I really love. And one day I put that top on. This top, it used to expose my inside my vest and things like that, and my bra. So I stopped wearing it, and I'm pleased to announce that I can comfortably wear that top. So it therefore showed that I have been reducing. My weight has reduced. Another thing, at work, they're telling me that even my skin, how come you're looking so fair? And they're seeing that I have lost weight. You're looking different, Cecile. Recently, I found that I ran down my stairs one day and I wasn't sure I did it. So the following day I tried it. I did it. I normally would have pains in my knees coming down those stairs. So what I did on Thursday gone, I had to attend the funeral and I returned home by way of the train. So I tested again. I tried to run down the subway stairs. I did pretty well. I was running, but at a reasonable rate in order not to avoid bumping into people. I did well running down those stairs. I can safely say that because of what I'm experiencing, because of the changes that are going on in my body, I am no longer craving food. My breakfast pack with my shake and my Pro Vitality has lessened my intake of food. Right now, I'm not even, I would go out and not even wear my glasses. I'm all day without it. I'm a person that wears glasses, but when the place starts to get dark, I need my glasses. And so I don't know what's going on with my eyes. I have to check that out. I have to go back to see what's going on with my vitamin D level, which I'm very much sure that it's on the way to improvement. And because of this, these things that are happening to me, because of me going onto the platform and listening to Barbara and Bob and you, Bob, I must say that these are the factors that are driving me. Yesterday, I told Philippa, I heard a elderly man say, "Where's the sugar? Where's the sugar? I can't see the sugar." I was in the supermarket. I felt as though I wanted to turn back and say, "No sugar, Granddad, no sugar." But I don't know. I don't want to go that way as yet. But that's me right now. I'm on fire. I'm on fire to get my friends, my relatives, even at work, the girls that are on right now that are in the NeoLife, um, that are using NeoLife products is because of me always when I'm finished listening to either Bob or Barbara, I would go to the door. I can't go into the room because of COVID. I would open the door and I would say things like, "Have you ever checked your hydroxy 25?" And they would look at me. I say, "Yes, that you need to go. Tell me when you're going and I'll write the name so that you will ask the doctor for that." And this is me. I am on fire. That I even have a NeoLife motto that says, I will have an impact. This is what I want to do, have an impact on lives by helping others to begin their journey on wellness in order not to experience those major health challenges that are hovering around us. And this is my story. And I would like to thank Allison. I would like to thank Barbara. Barbara, I think we should keep it a secret. Remember that night when we spoke from after 11 to 2:30 in the morning? Let's not tell them.
Wow.
We had to pull ourselves off the phone. Why I'm saying this, Barbara is a person, Allison too. There are people I want to speak with every day. I want to talk with them every day. I want to get I want to acquire more information because I'm not a health personnel. I'm a teacher. So I want to know more. I want to share. Barbara that night told me I should get magnesium. So yesterday I got my products. It's vegan D. I got my package. It has vegan D, breakfast pack, um, salmon oil, as well as magnesium. And those are what I'm going to be working with. I'm going to see what magnesium is going to do because I am diagnosed with as a pre-diabetic individual, and they want to give me metformin years now, since like about 2012. I've refused it. They kept me there saying I am pre-diabetic. I haven't taken any medication regarding that. I just watch my diet. I exercise. I heard last week it's 150 minutes, 30 minutes per day. I'm going to increase it. As soon as I'm finished here, I'm going to do another 30 minutes this afternoon when we finish with everything. And so thanks to everybody. Thanks to all of the NeoLife family. Thanks to you, Philippa. I know we are on fire. We are on fire. And we're going to do wonders.
Thank you so much, Cecile. And
Sharing.
Barbara and Jean, I think there's 2 more directors coming in the team pretty soon. Cecile's going to get the director. I wouldn't be surprised if Cecile goes well over executive manager this month. That's a new level, which is 2,000, because she was just a little bit shy of it in May, and so she's just growing rapidly. And I believe with the benefits, and I heard that teachers are one of the groups that do the best in network marketing, which is that's the industry we're in. I've heard teachers do among the best, and Cecile is showing that, and influencing, impacting the people around her. And I don't think it will be long before she is a director. And for those of you who are new, a director makes around $1,000 a month. And then the next step after director, of course, Emerald director, that's when you do it 3 months in a row, and then you're eligible. You enter a process that you can go to the leadership training, which Barbara has been to, and Daniel has been to, and Leslie has been to, and John and Debbie have been to, quite a few on our team, but it's so much fun. And then you can step up to Sapphire. And then when you step up to Sapphire, you start getting $600 a month car allowance. And then you have to, it's really sad, but you have to go with Barbara to Grand Cayman and to Cabo and to the Big Island of Hawaii. Lots of fun travel. So Cecile is doing a wonderful job. You guys, let's give her a big hand. Big hand. Thank you so much, Cecile, for sharing. Thank you so much. And thank you for what you're doing. Now,
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. So now we're going to go to Allison. And I have to say about Allison, she's growing fast too. And she hit director last month, 4,000. And Allison is one of the best in the whole team at bringing people to meetings, whether Zoom or in person. Barbara and I got to fly back to New York a few years ago, and we did probably 3 or 4 meetings at Allison's house. So Allison is one of the best at, bringing people to meetings on Zoom, etc. And we want to celebrate her first month at director. And Allison, can you take 5 to 7 minutes, please, and share from your story?
Hello, everyone. This is Allison Wilson from New York. I'm glad to be part of the NeoLife family. It's about 3 years and maybe 6 months when Claudette introduced me to NeoLife. And I want to say thanks to God, because I believe that it was a divine intervention. I know it was divine intervention. Claudette took one look at me and she knew that I wasn't well. I didn't know what was wrong. She says, Ali, you don't look well. I felt tired. And she introduced me to NeoLife. And the same day she spoke to me, I signed up as a promoter, started using the product. And then I went for my screening, and that's when I found out that I was pre-diabetic. And the doctor wanted to start me on metformin, at which time I declined. I said to the doctor, just give me a chance. To God be the glory, I was able to correct it and still correct it. I'm no longer pre-diabetic. And the other issue that I was dealing with was weight, 216 pounds. I just came back from my doctor. I'm down to 198 pounds. She wants me to lose some more weight. Pages and pages of labs, pages and pages. Everything came out well, except one I have to add, improve more on the vitamin D. But everything fell within range, and she's just encouraging me to keep doing what I'm doing and not to follow up unless I have any acute condition. Also, I did something over close to a year, very brief decision I made. I was contributing to a part of a health plan that, it was about $2,000 or so a year, but I wasn't using it. There was no need for me to go to the doctor. And I prayed about it. It was a flexible spends account. And I prayed about it. And I went to my job and I say, I no longer need to contribute money into this plan. And I want to say thanks to Barbara that she mentioned something that really stuck in my head. Why can't we treat our bodies as if there's no doctor? Why can't we take care of ourselves? Why can't we look out for others? But at the same time, maybe it's not for everyone. And when Barbara started the Zoom platform, I think she wanted to do just a few meetings, 1 or 2 or so, and stop. And I said, no, I said, this is a grassroots movement. Not only as a nurse that I see all these chronic conditions, but experience it in my own family where I've lost even 2 siblings. So I had that passion. I really wanted to know more and get a better understanding, because I thought as a nurse, I knew about cellular nutrition. I realized there was a lot more to learn and still have to learn. So that drove my passion. The other thing that I want to talk about, that once you have your health, you have your wealth. When your health is impaired, it disrupts the family and it disrupt the whole social environment or society as a whole. And it's a great feeling to feel well, to get up your stairs with no aches or pain, to go to your doctor and say, okay, your blood pressure is normal. You're no longer pre-diabetic. And I want to encourage those, all of us, that we are going to continue to support each other, and we're going to continue to spread the word. You know, we'll talk about, I reached out to Cecile, I believe, close to 4 years or so. But you know what? God has his way in doing things. It took a long time, but as she said, I was persistent. I was persistent. And Cecile, I am so happy for you. I couldn't be any more happier for you. Because I knew when I saw Cecile after about 4 months on the product, I did not know it was Cecile. I didn't know. God is good. And I want you to keep up the good work. I want to thank you, thank Philippa and everyone in my downline. And I want to thank everyone, Jean and Barbara and Bob, who came to New York, taught us how to read labels. And God is good. Let's keep celebrating and celebrating. And I thank you for the opportunity, and I will continue to share with friends as well as my family to take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Allison. That is wonderful. We're grateful to you for helping so many people. We're very grateful to you. And I think Allison has quite a gift, a very good gift at inviting people and inspiring people. I think it's a real strength of hers. And again, for those of you who are new, because we have people that are just, this is their first BOC ever, the rank that Allison just achieved is called director. That means she had 4,000 points. And the average director makes about $1,000 a month. And so that's a very, very nice thing. All of us, we need money for groceries, gas, all those things. So if we have a little extra, it's extremely helpful. Nice to a lot of people want to pull their debt way down. They want to get more savings. And so by serving others and solving their health problems through what we have, it's a win-win. They get better health. We do some health education, they get better health. And then we get benefited too, because as our customer base grows, our finances come in, and that helps us for all our financial needs. Now from there, we're going to go to the queen of this team, or the empress, the head of this team that's been sharing so far this morning. And I was very privileged to meet Barbara at a Rotary Club many, many years ago. And when we met that day, we didn't know we were going to end up in Cabo together with a wonderful NeoLife family, Wayne and Leslie and all these people, and the big island of Hawaii, etc. We didn't know she was going to have a team in New York and in Canada and in Southern California. She just had a wonderful month. She had 2 directors last month. And I've asked her to take a few minutes here and share with us the things she feels are most important for having a nice, wonderful, successful business, NeoLife business, part-time, and that provides so much fun to her through the NeoLife family, her team, because we talk about that sometimes, Barbara and I, how fulfilling it is. But it also provides great income. When she tells some of her friends, I don't think she tells everyone, but she tells some of the people, friends of hers, shows them her check, they go, what? What Barbara makes part-time is more than some of them make full-time. So, you know, it's wonderful. It gives her a way to help people, to have community, fun, family, friends. Her brother's a director, so got family involved, and her sisters had tremendous benefit. And then it helps us, all of us, with our finances too. So you guys, let's welcome a very, very, very successful Sapphire director that last month, I got to tell you this, last month, Barbara was in our top 5 for group volume. And for personal volume, she was number 3. Okay. She got a $600, just her car allowance alone. Okay. You guys, so let's give Barbara a huge hand here. And you take it from there, Barbara.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so, so much. And Bob, first let me introduce myself. I'm Barbara Chichester. I'm a registered nurse actively working in the field with geriatrics of clients. And as Bob told you how I met him, and I'm so grateful that he found me, he and Dean Vanderburg found me. But first of all, I want to congratulate Allison for this wonderful achievement, this growth. Allison, and I'll come back to Allison, and also Brent and Ramona. I mean, Brent and Ramona, you know, when you have your brother with you and you could talk about stuff, etc. And Ramona, of course, part of the family, etc. And we text frequently. And they're mentoring David, which is very phenomenal, and Mark, I think, and others. I want to thank both of them sincerely because they helped me with this, the growth of what we have. Going back with Allison, Allison is very pushy. Allison tells me what I need to do. And then when I said, you know, I can't keep on doing the Zoom. I mean, I can't put things in the slides. I can't do all that. And then she said, you're getting better, aren't you? God, I want to choke her because what is she talking about getting better? I just tell you, I can't put the stuff in the slide into the video, etc. And you know, every time she comes up with something, I need you to do this. But again, that's her leadership. She pushed me to where I didn't want to go. And because she did that, it helped it was such an amazing, and the success of the team stems from when new people come in and we create a family. It's not only just about the products and the business, it's the family connection. We have never met each other at all. I mean, for the others, like Cecile and Philippa and the others on the team. However, on the platform, we are family, we are connected, and we're looking forward to that. So building the business, first of all, is I believe this, I know the success is about using the products. I use every product except the masculine herbal complex. And I want to challenge myself before I die, probably to use it. So when that happens, I just go. I know nothing was going to happen. So it's the consistency of me using the product created a discipline within myself. I was not really disciplined in doing the business part of it. But when the event last year occurred, it navigated me to do the Zoom and told Allison, and she went on and, you know, pushing me and blah, blah, blah. And finally, as the time went on, I got the rhythm of it because of the people she was bringing in, who Jean was bringing in, David and Brent and everybody. The consistency of every Tuesday and Thursday, because they're Allison, okay, we're going to do this. No, you got to set a date. It has to be 2 days a week. Well, why can't we do one? No, in case the one can't come. She had everything planned out. You would swear she was like the pandemic, everything planned out. Wow. So anyhow, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we have been consistent so far. We don't even have to send out notices because everybody knows this is it. And also it helps me, is a therapy for me because sometimes we get stressed on a job and I just leave. And when I come home, I think I can make it on a Zoom and just putting it on. Oh my gosh, it's like a natural medication for me, a natural booster. So I want to thank each one of you who have contributed to the success. It's not really me. I just navigate and do the Zoom and you tell me what your desire, but it's who you bring in and who you represent. And the support is what has taken me to this level. So each one of you, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I couldn't, and I love people. So I could go on the phone like Cecile and I say we wouldn't tell anybody till 2:30 in the morning. And we talk, and we're not talking only NeoLife, we're talking about everything. Connection, having that friendship. And I know Brent and Ramona are having the same thing. I know Jean, Claudette, and Allison doing the same thing. Cecile and Philippa, everyone, connection. So I want to thank each one of you. And Bob, we are so gracious to have you to mentor us also because we have a lot more to learn. Thank you.
Oh boy, thank you, Barbara. You know, it's very interesting how the team helps the leader because you know, you get a strong leader like Allison, and then that helped Barbara. And then Barbara is able to reach way more people too, because how Allison said, okay, let's do this twice a week and blah, blah, blah. And isn't that interesting, Barbara, how the strong leaders in your team helped you too?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, when New York started, it was only Jean, and Jean was helped to grow, and the team. And she, you know, we mentored each other. Of course, I tell everybody she would make puppies have kittens because she sometimes was challenging. But it was good growth, and we need to have. I need to have that to push me forward. So she was able to push me through, and then she got Claudette, etc. Brent is a business-minded person, so I'm able to learn from him what he's learning in business. That's it. So it's a circle. So I am surrounded, and all of them giving strength and inspiration. So Jean, thank you for heading the New York team. It's very important.
Okay, very good. Yes, we were grateful to Jean and Claudette and the many leaders out there, Allison, and we're grateful to Barbara. And thank God I was so fortunate to meet Barbara that day. So fortunate, and thank God for that. And I'll tell you just one thing real quick, and then we're going to go to Leslie. One thing Barbara has done that she didn't mention that I think is really, really important. And I know it's really important because all the big people like Jerry Brasfield and Louis and Alan Blaine, they all say this is really important, and Barbara has done it. Barbara has been to many, many conventions, and she has been to many all-day trainings with Louis. They're on a Saturday. They're like from 10 to 5 generally, and she'll bring people. And Barbara has been to numerous weekend events with the Wisdom Builder team and Bald Eagle team all over the country. She drags me all over the country to airports in Atlanta and Spokane and Fresno and Redmond. So Barbara, see, so we want to encourage you guys, because Barbara and I, we've learned from Louis, and Louis said we should be at every NeoLife event we can possibly be at. So I know Barbara has subscribed to that. And because see, at each one, our believability level goes up higher because we hear scientists, we hear testimonies. So this would be one of the most important things. You guys coming on this call every Saturday from the first Saturday of every month. This is really important, where we get team unity, and we hear great testimonies from Philippa and Cecile and Allison. You know, we pick up great things. And so being at every NeoLife event you can, Louis even said, look, you guys, even if you've heard a lot of it before, it's a reminder. And if we keep a good attitude, he said, we'll certainly learn 1 or 2 new things at each meeting, even if we've heard most of it before. So I know Barbara has been very faithful to invest in herself, to travel to these events where we get to be around big leaders like Josh and Alan and Louis. And I'll just close this and move to Leslie with one compliment for Barbara that shows the beautiful family community. Now, I think everyone that knows Josh Clark admires him quite highly, very highly. Such a fine man. So I'm going to tell you quite the compliment he gave to Barbara. Barbara said, divulged to him that she had just gone through this really difficult transition. And Josh said, you should have told me so I could be praying for you, because I'm your little brother and I'm here to protect you. It was quite a hot, endearing compliment and comment that I'm your little brother and I want to protect you. You have to tell me. So Barbara hung up from that phone. She calls me, hey, Bob, Josh just called me. Josh Clark said he's my little brother. Because, you know, that's pretty endearing term. That's like family member. And Barbara, don't you agree? That's very warm and personal, right?
Absolutely, because he called me to tell me something, and he thought I blocked him because I had changed my phone number. So he called me on the landline. I happened to be home, and he said, "Why you blocked me?" I said, "What you talking about?" And so that's how that came, and I told him, and so it was very special, and that's what the New York family life means a lot, because there are no egos. It's just real people, the real
Right.
feelings. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Thank you.
when you're like the little brother is the vice president of the company, that's pretty high compliment. Okay. So now we're moving to Leslie Hansen, and Leslie's going to take a little bit, 5 to 7 minutes to talk about the absolutely essential of being at convention, either live or virtual. And I already mentioned that Wayne and Leslie, I'm so privileged. I got to work with them for 43 years now, because we both started about the same time. Been to numerous conventions with them, and they've been in the world team top 10 2 times, which is incredible. That's very high honor. So Leslie is got lots of good experience, good wisdom, good judgment, like her husband did. I leaned on her husband a lot, actually, for wisdom and advice and judgment. And I leaned on Wayne a lot. But Leslie also has lots of experience, tremendous product knowledge, been to many wisdom builder events and bald eagle events and numerous conventions. So let's welcome one of the most successful people in our team. I'm telling you, her group volume last month, 36,000, you guys, 36,000. So Leslie is a sapphire, very close actually to one ruby, very close, just needs one more director. And Leslie is just an outstanding individual. So let's welcome Leslie Hansen.
Thanks, Bob. Well, I just have to give a little background. My journey started with looking for the best vitamins, reading about this company in a book, hunting for it. This is back in the 70s, no internet, and taking about a year to find Bob's grandpa. Meeting with his grandma all afternoon. I think his grandpa didn't think I was gonna show up. So I came, and his grandma was there, and we had a great time. Our 2 oldest were just 3 and 3 months, and they just played around in the living room and stuff. And when I heard his grandpa's story, I just thought, that's amazing, that he actually got over 3 pretty incurable things. Not that he was trying to, just he got so much healthier, they went away. Doctors were pretty mystified. Anyway, so he organized the first convention we went to in Hawaii by getting, I think he filled a plane full of people. He took all kinds of people that weren't even attending the convention. And I think Bob's sister met her husband on that trip, because he had both of them in the trip. And we had the best time. It was so fun. I just wanted to be at every convention after that. But beyond all the fun, which we've had a ton of fun. Remember those skits we used to do, Bob?
Yeah.
And back when the company was smaller. Anyway, but we also really appreciated the information, because we could just help so many people. There's just, everyone you talk to has health problems. And even, a lady we know had a friend of hers who does a lot of personal catering out of her kitchen, bring us food 3 different times. And she just mentioned the people across the street that were paying her $1,000 a month to make food for their kids. They moved. She said, that's 1/3 of my income. Boom, gone. So I started talking to her about the business. She looked pretty interested. She's obviously a helping person. But then beyond that, I have a degree in chemistry, so the science stuff is really interesting to me. I was in classes with all the people that are now dentists and doctors and a neurosurgeon and stuff. And I just really wanted to know behind the scenes, even though you don't tell people all this stuff, the details of why this is such a good product. And I was just blown away and discovered a company that has so much integrity in their ingredients, the organic background, even following it from seed to clear through in the bottle, testing everything. And going all over the world to find the best ingredients, that even though I don't need to tell everybody all those details, it just really makes me feel so much better about it. So then I'm way more confident. And so at the convention, of course, we always get to hear the scientists, and they're just such amazing scientists, but also very personable and good friends. So, and then beyond that, we want to be the best at what we do. And like Bob said, Louis said, everybody should attend every NeoLife event you can get to. Not only do you hear more testimonies, you hear more strategies people have, because there's all kinds of ways to do this business. You learn, like Bob's, that they're asking for the Facebook and marketing and things like that we can, that some of us are already doing well with, and others of us, especially us older folks, need to learn. Thank goodness for all these young tech savvy kids that are working with us. And so we have attended almost every convention ever since we started, and it has been great to bring people with us. I remember asking a lady a few years back, I turned around and talked to her. She's sitting behind me. She goes, "What do you think?" She goes, "This convention has real meat." I don't know if she'd been to some other ones that were all fluff. And so she was like super impressed. And the just, I think all of our team would say that they've really benefit from attending the conventions. And now Wayne, he used to say, well, no, you got to build up and get your business big enough, and then you deserve to go to convention then. It's exactly the opposite. And Josh will tell you that in the very beginning, just get them to the convention, even though they don't know a single thing. There's people that have done that, and just, when you're in the presence of the family, yes, there's Zoom, but it's just, it's not quite the same. But when you're in the room, you're listening to the leaders, the owner, you're listening even to the owner and his daughters joking banter back and forth. Every time they've got their little, comedy routine going too. And listening to the scientists and even the leading promoters sharing their stories, what they're doing, and then seeing the people getting honored for achievements. You just get a whole different sense of the company, what they're like, who they are, and the fact that I've had people say, these are real people. This is the real deal. And so if you can help people get to that, into that in-person event, they will just have a much higher opinion of the company, the products. Of course, when you're there and they introduce the new product and the scientists, have their whole PowerPoint explaining all the research and everything, you're just way more ready to go out and share that new product. And everybody's so excited because every product they bring out is like really, really exciting. And, you just want to jump up and down and cheer because those scientists have been working for 20 years on this product, and they finally, they found a source that's from food, and they won't even bring it to market if they can't get it as good as possible. So I hope we get to see all of you there. And now that I don't have to care for my husband anymore, I'm so excited that we get to go to the convention. And so now we've got our van going, and we're gonna get some more people in that van and drive on down there. And so looking forward. Been missing you guys since we didn't go last year. Oh, and I have the grandbaby that was asleep available now. So I'm just gonna have Teresa just pop in the picture here so you can see the other one. Oh, I'm gonna have to come over there. Okay.
That's how many grandkids do you guys have now?
25.
Awesome.
Woo!
Hi, Teresa. There's the
Hi.
baby. There's the baby.
This is Sophia Bernadette.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And
You didn't
Teresa.
show her very long,
Oh,
but you
sorry.
showed me mostly.
There she is. Beautiful little baby girl. Beautiful little girl.
And
Congratulations.
Teresa's has a baby shower today. You know, I always say life and death are, you know, walking side by side
Yeah,
on your path, and
true.
the celebrations really help lessen the, you know, the sadness, but also getting everybody together. And Teresa is actually having all 5 of her sisters, 1 from Mexico, 2 from Wisconsin, here at the baby shower. So it's pretty, that's a pretty exciting thing.
Okay, Leslie, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You guys, you can get so much wisdom from Leslie because, you know, she knows everything about products. I've been to probably 43 conventions, and what Leslie said, you get friends with the scientists. These are world-class scientists, but I saw Leslie one year at the back of the room with Ariana Karugi, who she's so smart that Dr. First himself, coming from Dr. First, he said to call Ariana brilliant, he said would be an understatement. And coming from Dr. First, man, that's a compliment. So I see Leslie at the back of the room taking notes with Ariana, probably 30, 40 minutes, they were connecting. So what Leslie's saying is true. And I've seen Barbara and Christian Udef connect with the Vice President of Science and Technology, John Miller. So what Leslie said, I agree. The scientists are very warm, approachable, and so that's fun at convention. Now, for those of you who aren't going in person, you can still register. Go to neolifeconvention.com, and you can register virtual. And if you want to be successful in NeoLife and impact lots of people, and in the process of doing that, completely change your financial future, you got to be at the convention, either in person or virtual. And the proof of that is in our top 5, every single one in our top 5 group volume have been to numerous conventions. So wouldn't that be pretty good proof right there? The biggest teams within our team.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That makes a huge difference.
There's the proof right there. And you guys at convention this year, they're gonna, as I think Leslie mentioned, they're gonna release a new product, and they're going to be talking about regenerative nutrition, which is reversing aging. They have a whole bunch of research on that. And I'm proof that it works because most people think I'm in my 60s, but at the end of this month, I'll be 103. And so the products make you look younger than you are. And we know that from Louis Smith, and we know that from Grandpa too. And at convention, we have fun. Leslie and Daniel and Denise and Marina and Barbara, and we sit together. It's really fun. And we're looking forward to having Philippa with us, and Cecile and Allison and Jean and Claudette at a future event, because conventions are really fun. So I think what I'm going to do now, I had this PowerPoint, but I think I'm going to use it next time. And you guys, just to give you a little incentive for getting friends on the next one, you guys, let's give a hand to all of our, there's Lisa with her little guy. And hi, Lisa, good to see you. And let's give a big hand to all of our speakers. And at the next one, to me, I loved today because we have all these rising stars in the team that are growing quickly, growing fast, rising stars. Cecile is definitely a future director, and Allison's going to be director many more times. Next month, the first Saturday of July at the same time, LaVon Vaughn said she would speak to us, and LaVon is a 3 Ruby. The average 3 Ruby in NeoLife makes over 100 grand a year, which most people say 100 grand is quite good. Most people say that's very, very good. LaVon is a 3 Ruby. So, and she's a wealth of wisdom, both on product and business, and she'll probably be sharing quite a bit about COVID stuff, fantastic benefits and results that they have seen with COVID, but there'll be other things she'll share too. So just as today was inspiring to see the rising stars, Levon is a very inspiring trainer also. So that's the next week, the next month of our this is called BOC, this meeting, Breakfast of Champions. So right now I'm going to do the recognition, and then we'll take about a half-hour break, and that from 11 to 12. I'll say it one more time. The Zoom is 963-644-1807. Password is ATP, all lowercase. From 11 to 12 will be the product training. Now we have, actually we have 3 pages of people to get recognized. But for time's sake, I think I'm just gonna mostly recognize people that are on the call. If they had good volume but aren't on the Zoom now, I think I won't say anything. Cindy Swan had 702 points. Teresa Untalan, 927. Jenny Knowles is on the call, and she's a brand new senior manager. So let's give her a hand, 1,065. Nancy Reese is on, and she had 1,240. Rob and Sandy are on, and they had 1,504 points. Then David O'Quinn is on, and David had 1,830. That's a lot of volume there. Then for executive managers, we have Jolene Cox is on, and she had 2,051 points. So give her a hand. And then I don't see Claudette today. She might be on here. She had 2,099. Jean McEwen had 3,458. Let's give Jean a hand. She leads the New York team. Then for directors, there was 17 of them. They're not all on, so I think I'll just read the ones that were on. Allison Wilson at 4,000, brand new director. Give her a huge hand. And then we have Laura Kickbush, I believe, is on. That's in the Hanson team under Gina Ellis. Laura Kickbush, 4,004. Give her a hand. Lisa Hanson. How many have heard of Lisa Hanson? Has anyone heard that last name before? She's looking right at the camera. And Lisa is down in Mexico as very talented singing husband, very talented. 2 very cute little boys. And Lisa last month did 4,016. Let's give her a big hand. So there she goes. Gina Ellis, Gina did 4,098. Let's give her a big hand. And Mark Ritchie from Iowa, 4,137. Now we're in our top 10 for personal volume, and then we'll go top 5 for group volume. Brent and Ramona, top 10, 4,334. Then Janice Grange, she's not on, so I'm not going to say her numbers. Marilee Blomberg is on. I saw her on there. 5,334 personal. Victor Pearson, 5,625. Jamie and Carol Wilson, they had the biggest month they've had in 9 months. They did almost 6,000. They did 5,823, and that's a $150 car allowance for Jamie and Carol Wilson. Now, top 5 personal volume, John Chambers, Deborah Muzak, 6,526 PV. In number 4, Wayne and Leslie Hanson, 7,458. Number 3, Barbara Chichester, 7,935. Then in number 2 for personal volume, Stephanie Beckett, 15,014. That's, by the way, that's an $800 car allowance, you guys. Can you imagine just the car allowance, not counting the check, $800. Then in number 1, a very gifted, pleasant, talented, highly intelligent marketer and businessman in the number 1 position, Mr. Daniel Hansen with 16,596 points, which is an $800 car allowance. So if anyone needs a loan, you guys know who to talk to. And very successful in the business. Thank you, Daniel, for the amazing things you do. So now for group PV, Claudette Cyrus is at 6,099, Jean McEwen 7,458, Gina Ellis 8,102, John Chambers, Deborah Musak 12,349. In number 5, Barbara Chichester with 16,269 points. That's a $600 car allowance, you guys. And that's tremendous. That's top 5. Now in number 4 is Stephanie Beckett, 19,000, you guys, 19,000. She got an $800 car allowance too. In number 3, Leslie Hansen with 36,172 points. Woo, woo, woo. That is outstanding. In number 2, Victor Pearson, 44,909 points. And then number 1 for group volume, the business can be passed within a family. Marilee Blomberg, she is the successor to dad and mom, and that team did 78,081 points, you guys. So we congratulate our big time achievers, all these people. Every single one is important. Anyone who's a director, we know every purchase, even if it's 10 or 20 or 40 or 60, don't you agree, Les? Every single one is important, right? So we're grateful to all of our team members, and to these all of you, thank you so much. And we will see you at 11, and we'll dive into some product training. And thank you for everyone that contributed. Thank you so much. And you guys have a great day. We'll see you at 11.
Bye. Thank you, Bob.
Have a good day, guys.
Thanks,
Have
Bob.
a great day. Thank you, Bob.
Good job.
Uh-huh. Good. Yeah.
It's like 2 hours before.